I do CrossFit personally. I am passionate about it, why this place is built, and why I want to grow and make it bigger. Okay? Thank you if you don't come to this gym. Why we CrossFit? 70% of America is diagnosed with chronic disease. 7 out of 10 people have diabetes, high blood pressure, some kind of heart disease, something going on where there's some kind of medication. My goal is to have a community that lives into their 90s at full capacity. I want no one to be dependent on any medication, any help from a nursing home, any of that. I want you to be not a burden, but a help society, right? You help your family. You're never a pain in the ass to take care of. You're never somebody that's gonna be in need of someone to do something. I want you guys to be able to do it all on your own until the day God calls you home. For that, I'm gonna explain what's going on in America and what we're gonna try to do to change that. We have habits and behaviors and knowledge, being educated about something. And here's a percentage of how everything is working right now. 5% of people, good behavior, good knowledge, that is real food, not too much, functional movement, perform at high intensity, is the solution to this problem. 5% of people. So if you're doing CrossFit and you're following your nutrition, counting your macros and understanding that, you're at the tip of the spear. You are at the 1% of the 1%. You guys are doing a good job. Then we have 20% of people that have good behavior, okay? They got it. They come work out 6, 5, 7, 8 times a week. But they have poor knowledge. Something is missing. They're trying, but something is not clicking and it's missing. Usually those people think Gatorade is a good fuel for you. Smoothies are healthy. Everything fat-free. That's what the solution is to not being fat. Barbells, bars, they eat bars instead of actual real food, right? Real food, bars. They only train one domain. They either do marathons, they only do yoga, they only do one thing only. Bodybuilding, I'm not saying it's bad, gross. And they are trying, but they don't know yet. Okay, they haven't been educated. Then most of society, the 70%, poor habits and behaviors, poor knowledge. Schools, governments, medical community, and general population. They think that working out and clean eating is only to look good. That's our side effect. Doing this, if we do this right, we're gonna look good. That's the side effect of our medication. Usually, the medical community, when they give you a pill or a medication, they fix one thing, but how many side effects are on the side? Disease is what is about bad luck or genetics. I'm talking about that, obviously that exists. If you're born with a type 1 diabetic, that's sorry, bad luck, okay? If you have something that you were born with, it is bad luck. For most people, heart disease, type 2 diabetic, cancer, anything chronic that was given to you after you were born, you self-inflicted that. Know that for the first 60 years of your life, we're healthy, right? You're not dying, you're okay. Usually things start happening from 60 and above when you're supposed to be retired and enjoying your life. 60 years, most of us were kicking our body to the ground. 60 plus, your brain, your body is like, that's it, it's enough, I can't take anymore. So that's when all the problems and things start coming out. We want to know that this here is our solution, not medication. Medication is just treating you for your problems so you can stay alive. Here goes, if you get sick, that's what medication is for, which obviously we know is wrong. Medication is just a band-aid for your sickness. This solution is here, what we're doing here in this gym. Then 5% of people, they smoke cigarettes, they eat donuts for breakfast, they eat McDonald's for lunch and dinner, they don't work out. 5% of people, they don't care. They know that they don't care, they don't want it, they don't want to be healthy, and that's okay, right? CrossFit is for anyone, not for everybody. Schools. More money is put into the education, trying to teach your kids how to read, math, all that stuff, right? They do this FCAT or whatever it's called now, I don't even know what's the name. They put emphasis on that, and what are they taking away from the school system?
Nutrition.
PE, nutrition, right? This stuff that's gonna make a change. You could be all smart, amazing, really good at anything all you want, but if you're unhealthy, what is that gonna do good for? Base is nutrition and fitness. Our government, again, taking away from the schools, right? And putting more money into cancer research or brain research, heart disease, and all that stuff. You're taking away from the solution and putting more into this problem that's coming here. Go ahead and Google the Saban podcast. He interviewed Emily Kaplan, I think is her name. She is Greg's classmate, the founder of CrossFit, his right hand. This is how she found him. She started a research on why is there so much money put into cancer and there is no answer yet. What is going on? So she started looking around. She finally finds this guy. She found a guy that found the cure to literally fix your cancer. All right? He knows this is what it is. Your cancer cells, most people your regular cells can kill the cancer cells because you're sick with something else, right? You're battling something else. So he figured out if we take all your bad cells out and put good cells in and restart your body, it'll take away of the cancer, right? And then you're good. But you need to maintain this. The moment you go back down to not caring and eating bad, it's gonna go back to being sick. So the guy goes and he finds it, well, great, I did my research, I found the money, I'm gonna go do it. He goes to 3 hospitals. They all 3 told him, if you come back here, you're gonna get kicked out, we're gonna put you in jail. And he goes, what do you mean? I found the answer to do all this stuff. If our cancer program is shut down, we go bankrupt. You can fix cancer. So, all right, cool. So Greg Glassman found him, Emily found Greg Glassman through him, and they are founding that program that he's doing privately. So that's how we know most of the medical system is poor knowledge, or they're just a little corrupt and they care about the money, not your health so much. General population, most of us listen to the news. News are driven by whoever's paying them, so they're not going to tell you what you need to know. So you need to learn all this on your own. Little recap. You want to be real food, not too much, counting your macros, understanding play methods, whatever it is. Okay, make us here for that. Functional movements at high intensity. I have highlighted high intensity. At the end of the class, I'm going to give you all an article on why intensity is so important. If we put that with a little bit of mindset talk we're going to do in a second, you guys should be good. Okay, so you don't need anyone to take care of you when you get older. You're actually going to be fitter and better the older you get. Into mindset real quick. This is all simple, right? Like to be on the top here. It's really easy. We can all do it. There's no science. We don't have to pay someone. Right? It's there. We're doing CrossFit and we need to eat fine. Why can't we all do that, right? And it comes down to our habits. Also in our habits, we're gonna change our mindset and our identity. Mindset, growth, not fixed. Meaning, a growth mindset. You're gonna do this. Tomorrow, you're gonna look the same. And the day after, you're probably gonna look the same as well. The day after that, maybe you're gonna have a little bit of a change. You're not gonna see this into 6 a year, depending on how long you have been beating your body, right? You've been really bad for 6 years. Why shouldn't it take you 6 years to get back to normal? It's not gonna take less time. A fixed mindset is I like the way that brownie over there tastes right now. But I don't think I was gonna do tomorrow and the day after. And right now it's raining, so I'm not going to the gym. My identity is I'm gonna go to the gym no matter what. I'm gonna choose the hard road of saying no to the cookie no matter what. I'm gonna rely on my identity of who I am instead of how motivated I feel to go to the gym today. Motivation is okay, but it's temporary and it fades away. So if you don't erase this from your life and create an identity of I am the type of person that rain, shine, you put a coconut in my face, anything, I'm gonna say most of the times no rather than yes. I know what's gonna do to me when I'm 90. Know what it's gonna do to me at the moment. You need to learn that. Changing of mindset and identity. Growth from most of us are in the fixed mindset. It's easier to have a smoothie than to cook real food and have not too much. It's easier to have a Gatorade rather than to drink water. It tastes better, right? It's easier to be good at one thing than at CrossFit. It's gymnastics, aerobic capacity, and weightlifting. It's easier to do a workout that's gonna be here. I'm gonna be talking with my friends for 2 hours doing sets of 3 than do 50, 100 reps in 3 minutes. We value and look for hard work. That's what we want. Anything that's hard work, that's what we attract to. If it's easy, it makes us worse. I don't want it. You guys know we're always evolving, doing things and learning and doing better stuff. So all new members now get this card. I'm gonna give it to you guys so you guys can look through it. Okay, pass them around. The goal is to put on muscle mass and lose body fat. Muscle mass is the solution. Don't always think that you have to do everything at once, guys. This is a lot of things to change. Habits are hard to change. Okay, so if you guys do, you're used to having soda, right, for example, and that's your thing. You're not gonna go, some people can, they're good. You know what, I'm gonna stop and that's it, I'm done. Gradually work to it, right? Instead of having 5 per day or 5 every week, I'm gonna have only once, okay? And little by little, you start taking it off your system and then you see that you're not dependent on it. But we think of always that mindset and identity, right? Once you see it, I'm gonna tell you, I was really addicted to Skittles. Skittles was my shit, yes. Skittles was every time I saw it, I grabbed one, okay? No matter where it was. It didn't matter, I would grab the sour ones, the red ones, the purple ones. I was addicted to the things. Obviously, once I learned about nutrition, I turned around like, holy shit, this is not good. How CrossFit works, okay? The one thing that we love about CrossFit, I love about CrossFit, is not so when Greg Glassman created CrossFit, he used to work at a global gym. This is why I don't like global gyms. If you guys go to a global gym, this is why I don't like it. LA Fitness, Planet Fitness, okay, so he was working there. One Sunday, he goes to the manager and tells the manager, everyone in the gym right now is one of my clients. The manager is like, awesome. Let me take you to my office. So the manager takes him to the office and opens one of those file cabinets, huge one. Opens it all and tells them, you see all these people here? And he goes, yes. All these people here paid the entire year and never came back to the gym. This is what I like. This is what I like. I don't like people using my stuff because they break it and they mess it up and then I have to spend money on it. Greg Glassman took all his people and opened a gym the next day. That's how CrossFit got started. He wasn't going to start this. He was going to do it at a global gym and it was going to be fine. And thank God that guy showed him that and it pushes him to start his little gym. That's why I don't like Obviously, I don't care, but if you when you guys tell me you're going to a global gym, that's what they support. They support the people that don't go, that pay all the money and don't show up. We want you to come. If you don't come in 3 days, who's calling you and texting you?
Not you. Not you. Not you.
Then once he went off, he decided to find out what is the definition of fitness. And what is fitness? What do we do about it? Whatever. So he went to all the LA Fitness and everybody. And he's like, hey, what is fitness? And all they kept saying is, it's working out. That's it. That's all it is. Like, yeah, just, working out, sweating, heart rate up. I don't know, figure it out. So he's like, oh, so there's no definition of fitness in the world, nothing. Like, no, it's just working out. So he decided, him and his dad was a rocket scientist, and Greg Glassman was really smart, super smart people. So they decided, they were all into science, very scientific, and they say, okay, we're gonna define fitness, define science, and define what we do. So, CrossFit, the way we measure what we're doing here is force times distance divided by time equals your power output. Remember this, I highlighted this, okay? This is where all this comes into mind. Power output is the definition of intensity. Intensity is how much power you can produce. Force, weight, distance, what workout we're doing. Let's say we're doing front squats with 195. How low that bar goes and how high it comes up. Okay, that's the distance. The time, the reason we use the clock is to create this formula. We don't use it just for fun or to stay in time or to make it an hour workout. It has a definition. It has a purpose. Time is the biggest denominator, right? Here you have two things that make it different. Time is by itself. Why? Say I'm doing a workout. 100 wall balls per time. I'm going to tell Danny, you're going to do 100 wall balls per time with a 20-pound wall ball. She's going to do 5 wall balls and rest 10 seconds. Then she's going to do another 5 and rest 15 seconds. Then she's going to do another 5 and rest 20 seconds. And at the point, the 5 reps she's doing is maybe taking her 10 seconds. By the time she's at 50, she's resting more than she's working. Rest, if you're resting, the power output is 0. You are creating 0 energy. Nothing matters. Time never stops, you're standing still. If you're like this, that doesn't count. You're still not producing any energy.
What are you talking about me, bro?
The reason why I talk about this, a lot of people, it's not you guys' fault. The CrossFit started, we weren't educated. We just saw the CrossFit Games, fuck it, let's open a box and do it. That's it. That was that, right? And the goal back then was to get RX on your workout. The goal is not to get RX. The goal is to keep moving the whole time. Shamir has a 4-pound wall ball. She does 20 every set and only rests 10 seconds between sets. She did 20 pounds, RX plus. She got a better workout than Danny. Shamir took 7 minutes, Danny took 17 minutes. Your goal here is to take away body fat and do functional movements at high intensity. We can do CrossFit. Anyone in the world can do CrossFit. How does a workout go in the global gym? You do a set of 10, you sit down and talk about your whole life. You're not even sweating, and then you do another set of 10. We can do front like that. We can do 21 thrusters, sit down and talk about all of our life, how the Panthers won the Stanley Cup, how the Heat lost. Then I'm going to do 21 pull-ups, and then I'm going to talk about your life and your family. Then I'm going to do another, right? We can do CrossFit. This is the key ingredient. Doing it fast and not resting. So the goal is not, I have to put RX on the board, right? Like this workout, I'm gonna do it RX at 135, but I was resting too much. No, I'm gonna give you a time of 22 minutes, you're gonna try to do it faster than that. As the intensity and you adjust to your threshold, you're like, okay, now this feels easy. I'm doing this unbroken now. I don't need to rest. Okay, now you add the weight. Now you go, I'm gonna add weight and move. And that's gonna bring the time and the right a little bit less. You're gonna be a little bit more tired, but then your body will adjust, and then you go again. Next weight. And the same way with movements, right? Start with rim rows, banded pull-ups, regular pull-ups, it's all the same. But you don't want to grab a movement where you're sitting there resting. If you're upset and tired, man, I've been doing CrossFit for 3 years and nothing happens, that's why. Because you're trying to reach for the RX, not for intensity, okay? And worrying to be in that time. The definition of fitness: work capacity across time and motor domain, right? Basically, how fast can you move through a given workout? That's the definition of fitness. The definition of health is the definition of fitness through the years of your life. One thing that gets me, and it really gets me upset, is, oh, I'm not good enough because I'm getting older. That, oof, it pinches me really hard, yes.
I'm just joking.
If we're doing that, we're missing something in the equation. There's something happening that we're not doing right. Our goal is for you to be fit into your 90s. You gotta keep gaining. If you see the masters and the people that do CrossFit right, they don't, obviously it's harder. For Rose started CrossFit 35 and she's 43.
She's 22, no?
44? 44. She just PR'd her squat clean, right? She's not getting weaker when she's older, she's getting stronger. So her work capacity went from 35 to 44, she's better. She can run faster, she can squat clean more, and she can do Fran faster. Everything goes up the older we get. Obviously, at one point we're gonna get, when we're like 60 and stuff, we don't know what's gonna happen yet. We don't have anyone that's done CrossFit from when they're kids to the day they die. CrossFit is only 15 years old. The moment we got somebody like our kids, that's why I'm very passionate about them, so that those kids can see when they're 60, holy shit, we don't know yet. It's gonna be insane. There was a 73-year-old lady at the CrossFit Games doing legless rope climbs.
Wow.
There was, I think she was 67. She was doing ring muscle ups. 67. We don't know whether it's too new. All right, but what we're seeing now is towards this, that you're gonna be better the older you get. Obviously, at one point you're gonna hit a plateau. It's gonna take a while to PR. Like the fitter you get, the harder it gets to take time off a friend or add a PR to something or learn a new skill. It gets harder the fitter you get. That's just normal. But we're supposed to keep growing this, and it hasn't been proven otherwise. Also, if you're really fit and you're improving on all these things, if you get sick, say bad luck hits you and you get cancer or something, it takes a lot more for the cancer to kill you than to do that.